everybody, and welcome back to SkyT. In the last episode, we went to different planets. Yes, we went into beyond Earth, made ourselves our rockets, flew into space, and visited the Moon, Mars, Glacio, Venus, and Mercury, and collected all the items we needed from those locations. Chances are we will have to go back because I believe we do need a lot more than just what we collected in terms of like maybe Desh. I have a feeling we're going to need a lot more Desh than what we collected. We don't need that for a space station, but I think like the ingots are going to be used for something else later on. I think it's something to do with, ultimate crafting in here. We might need to make a few more of those. And I know their plates were used for something. Ah yes, the matter infuser. And there probably is more stuff, like the antimatter constructor. So we'll probably end up setting like a digital miner up there again and just mine more. We also got ourselves infinite access to our storage cross-dimensionally, which is amazing. That was made using the Ostrom Desh, and we got the bismuth in the end. And we also got ourselves all the different data modules that we needed from the different planets that we now can use for hostile neural networks, which is great because then we can use that to get into extended crafting. And why not, we also got ourselves the Wither set up with fluid extracting so we can start making ourselves the premium machine frames using ether gas, which is nice. I was doing some cable management, I forgot to clean up the floor. I'll do that later. So for today, what we want to do is work on some blood magic. Why do we need blood magic? Well, we need that to actually get into a few of the mods that we want to work with today, especially hostile neural networks. For hostile neural networks, if you have a look in here, to make ourselves even just a simulation chamber, we're going to need some reinforced slates. Well, we're going to have to set up a blood altar, tier 2 at least, just to get these. And I believe we're also going to need it for the ultimate centrifuge, which is the imbued one, which is tier 3. So we're going to have to set up a good few altars now today. Now, about that, we need ways to be able to fill the altars with life essence. How do we do that? Well, we can use, there's about 3-ish ways I think we can use. Number 1 is our own life. We can use a sacrificial dagger and just fill the altar using our own life points. Or we can set up some sort of mob farm that would have drain life rune ritual, and that will just automatically fill it using mobs. Or, which is the way I'm thinking we're going to go with, is using a special type of bee. We want this guy right here, the Hematophagus bee. Hematophagus? I'm not sure exactly if I'm pronouncing that right. The Hematophagus bee. But he will produce us some comb, and when we centrifuge that comb in the ultimate centrifuge, we get half a bucket of life essence each. And then we can pump that into the actual altars using ender tanks, which is probably the best way to do it. Now, how do we get this guy? Well, according to JI, you have to craft his egg, and to get that, we need a nomad spawn egg. Or we can get a gene thing, but that's not going to work. So how do you get the spawn egg? I can't figure out how to get it. I've been trying to like maybe use the Pokey to try and get upgrades, but he will not enter the actual like hive. So actually, but first, I'm going to show you how to get the nomad bee. You might have spotted this thing right here. This is how we get him. You want to get down like a dirt nest or any type of nest that will spawn the ashy mining bee, who's currently in the acacia nest. I don't need you, so I'm just going to pick you up because what will happen is over time, after you got the ashy mining bee working in here, a nomad bee will sneak his way into the hive. So we have a look at the JI here. If we click on nomad bee, it says this sneaky bee will lay its eggs in nests belonging to the ashy mining bee. So as long as you have a nest in here that has an ashy mining bee nearby, there's a high chance that the nomad bee will spawn. It takes a couple of days in game to have a chance of him spawning, but the fact there's already another one in here, it doesn't take that long. Just set up something like this with a pollination so the bee can go in and out, and over time, the nomad bees will spawn. So how are we actually going to get this spawn egg? Well, according to what I just read in the quest book here, if we use a bottler to get genes from bees, place a piston above the bottler with a block of space between them. Place the bee on top of the bottler and activate the piston to squish the bee into genes. This resulting squish bottle can then be placed in a centrifuge. So if we make the bottler, I think this might be the only way to do it. And I'm hoping it gives me a good few genes because I don't want to have to sit here for hours just squishing bees because that would just be annoying. We'll grab out a piston and I don't know where to go. I guess we'll just go underneath our bees here. Hope this doesn't make them angry. Yeah, you can see up here I was trying to get him to go into the hive. If I put him in here, he will not enter. He should have been in by now. He will not go in, and if I leave him down, he won't fly into it. Look, he just flies away from it. So it doesn't work. So I think squishing them is the only way to do it. So let's just do it like right, no, here. Put the piston facing down right here, and get a button, and put the button right there. And hopefully now, if we're quick enough, we should be able to put the bee into it. So this doesn't have anything. I guess I'm going to need to put bottles in it first. So bottles go in, and did that work? I think you moved. Let me put the button there. Oh, it did kill him. Okay. And we got squashed bee material. And it says to centrifuge that. Currently this is just making us netherite scrap. So let's make a separate centrifuge. And I guess we'll just hook this up like right here or something. Actually, let's get a separate point. And we put this in here then. And that will centrifuge and give us what? Okay. So we got actually quite high percentages on these guys here. What we want is this one here, the pink one. Productive bees, nomad bee, 34%. So I guess let's go over and see if we can get our second nomad bee. Is he out? Which one's he in? He's currently in this hive. If we grab out a stick, we should be able to entice him out. Let's give it a little left click. Boop, and there he is. And I don't know if because he's a baby, he might give us less. So let's grow him into an adult just to be safe. Okay, so he's now an adult. And put this here and quickly squish. There we go. And centrifuge. We got 25% this time. And if we combine them together, now we have 59%. Pretty cool. And I'm also just going to grab out a gene indexer so we can just store all these things in here. There, we can just put this right here and put all the genes in this guy here. Nice. So we just need to do that a couple more times. So let me do that. All right, after a couple more bees and squishing them, I had to set up this thing, putting glass and slabs on the side to stop them from flying out. But now we have enough to combine to make a 100% nomad bee. So using that now, we combine it with a treat. So that makes a nomad bee. And all you have to do is get an incubation thing, combine it with a chicken egg, and you should get yourself your bee spawn egg. So put you in there with this and speed it up and see what happens. Nomad spawn egg. Nice. So we can just hold on to this for now, and let's actually start with blood magic. So we need to make ourselves our first altar. So let's make that like this. We're actually going to need 5 in total, so we'll just make 5. Find the center, which is right here. Put it down for now. We will end up building like a proper structure, at least tier 4 for each floor, except for the top, which will be the proper tier 5, because we need beacon access to the sky. And then from there, we can actually start filling it. So what we want to do is grab out a sacrificial dagger or sacrificial knife and stand near it and right click. And you can see my hearts are being taken away and we're filling this guy right up. Make sure you don't accidentally kill yourself. But there we go. We have over 5 buckets in there. And how much do we actually need to make this guy here? Okay, we need 5 buckets and at least a tier 2 altar. So that's fine. So let's start off by making ourselves some slates, which is any type of stone. So put the stone in and give it a couple of seconds. Eventually we can make some acceleration upgrades, which will speed up this transmutation process. But for now, this works. There you go. We got ourselves a blank slate. So what we want to do now is make a bunch of these guys and make ourselves some runes. So the blank rune here is a blank slate and a different type of blood orb with stone. And once we get 8 of these, then the altar will be upgraded to tier 2. So how do we make ourselves a blood orb? The first one is a diamond with 2 buckets of blood. So we have 4 buckets in there, put a diamond and off it goes. We'll know when we have enough when there's only 2 buckets left. And you can see at the top how much life essence is in there. 2.5, 2.4, 2.3 should be done in 3, 2, 1. Done. There we go. And then we just right click to link it to our network, and then we can spam right click just to fill it up with some life essence. And now we can use this thing for crafting. So that up here with this and some stone makes ourselves a blank rune. And I need 8. So let me make 8. We can actually automate this using some pipes and some chests, which is pretty nice. So show you quickly how to do that. Put this in here and we want to add a filter. Can we drag and drop from JI? No, we can't. Okay, let me just make one. Need to keep this guy filled with blood, or life essence as it's called. Put this back down, extract, filter, add, blank slate, submit. So it'll only extract out a blank slate. And this guy here, I think it can actually input more than one. You can see it's put 4 in there. Actually, no, it's putting loads in there. Oh, we might need a limiting upgrade or something. Is there such thing as a limiter upgrade? Because I don't want this thing constantly putting in so many blocks. We might want to limit how many goes in. Because now it's trying to do 55 things and it requires 1 bucket. So we need 55 buckets of blood in here to make this thing work, which we do not have. So let me see if there's some sort of like item limiting filter we can use. Okay, in theory, XNet might be the best way to do this. I've tried using like this item filter thing, but I have no clue what it's used for. So we're just going to stick a point on top of this guy here. And hopefully this should work. So if we put stone in there, I've set it up so only 1 stone can be put into the destination inventory. If we have a look in here, it's insert maximum amount 1. And it's going to just extract as much stone as I can, but it can only insert 1. And once it's done, it should pull it out and stick it back into the chest here. Eventually we'll have this set up properly for auto crafting, and we'll use like fluid network as well to pump the life essence in. But at the moment, this is the best way we have to automate it. Okay, now we have enough. We should be able to complete the quest right here. And we might as well grab all this too. Oh, potion of regeneration. Why not? Okay, so now we have 7 slates. We need 1. Actually, no, we already have all this. So using the blank runes. There we go. We have all 8. And now we can surround this guy, which means we have to raise him up off the floor, which is kind of annoying, but we'll do that upstairs. So find the center, which is right here. So we want to surround the altar like this. But just grab out a piece of, I don't know, deep slate just to put the altar down on. And now this is counted as a tier 2 altar, which is pretty good. So where's my knife? There it is. And I will fill this guy up here. Do we have any cool like apples we can use that give us tons of regeneration? We have a golderite nether enchanted apple. What's that do? We kind of just want something that gives it regen. Oh, maybe a regeneration module from RF Tools Utilities could be a good thing to use. But we're not going to be using that for much longer. So I guess just eating some golden apples will probably be the best option. We have 54 enchanted ones. Okay, so it doesn't seem to use the absorption hearts, but I guess that's fine. Anyway, the altar is just about full. 1 more click. There we go. So now what we can do is come down here, grab our slates, come back up here, and put the slate in here. And now we're upgrading it to tier 2. I'll probably end up wanting to set up an XNet network for each and every altar just to automate it all. And there we go. We've made ourselves the imbued or the reinforced slate, which now we can use, I think, to make ourselves our ultimate centrifuge. Oh no, that's the next tier. What was this one used for? Ah, yeah, the simulation chamber. Right, we're going to need to want about 9 of these guys. So let me go ahead and see if we can get the rest of the altar set up. All right, there we go. We have more or less the altars built, but unfortunately, we are stuck at tier 2. Well, the reason actually stuck at tier 3 actually, because this is tier 1 is the default altar. The reason why we can't go any higher than tier 3 is because we're missing a block. We're missing bloodstone brick, which is made using the weak blood shard. And well, the only way to get that at the moment, from what I can see, is we need our master blood orb inside an arc furnace with a sanguine reverter or saturated tau. Now, unfortunately, I have no clue how to get saturated tau. I do believe it is spawns in the demon realm, which we'll have to go to. So to go to the demon realm, let's have a look at our book right here. Do I have a book in here? I know, yeah, I actually went ahead and made like 5 spawn bees for the nomads because, well, I decided I'm actually going to set up a lot more because I want to keep this thing running non-stop. And, well, I want a lot of life essence for that. And also, I did get myself some draconic bees up and running so that we can actually start making the inactive dragon eggs, which are needed for the heated centrifuges, which is needed for the ultimate centrifuges because, well, you have to make it that way. So, and that's how you get it. You have to like centrifuge the draconic dust. And this looks like a guaranteed 9 every time, whereas in here, it's a 1 to 2 amount each time. So the ultimate centrifuge is pretty good. Do I actually have to use honey? That might be something I'll have to keep an eye on. I might actually need honey to make the things run. So yeah, what we need to do is go to the demon realm. And I'm planning on setting up the portal. Why can't I? Oh, the anti-teleporter thing. I'm thinking of just setting it up right here. I'll remove the bee thing since we don't no longer need it. And we can throw these things away. So let's have a look at our book here. And we want this one here. Edge of the Hidden Realm. And we're just going to put it down right here or something. So you can find center point. Put it down in this block here should be the best spot for it. There we go. And now all we need to do is basically build it. So let me just clear out the blocks that's in the way. There we go. And well, to be honest, we actually don't need to follow the book because there's an easier way of building it. What we need now is a ritual diviner. This guy right here. So it requires different inscription tools of fire, earth, water, and air. Each one made in the Blood Altar tier 3. Which we do have. So air is a gas tier, fire is a magma cream, earth is obsidian, and water is lapis. So let's make those. All right, there we go with the inscriptions tools. Now we can make this guy right here. So I think we just shift right click. Yeah. So we shift right click until we find the one we want, which is Edge of the Hidden Realm. There it is. And all we need now is a bunch of this ritual stone, which requires reinforced slate and obsidian and more ritual stone in here with the magician's blood orb, which is it apprentice or magician's? Can we make the magician? Okay, we need to make at least the magician's one. So we might as well go all the way up to tier. So we need a block of redstone and a block of gold. All right, there we go. So we got the first orb. I was just looking at the recipe for this one. This requires 25 buckets. We do not have 25 buckets of blood in this altar. We only have 10 maximum. So to fix that, we need to make capacity runes, which will then increase the amount of blood that can be held in the altar. And I think each one, increases it by like 20%. Let me just double check. It does say in the book here. Yes, so we add 20% of blood. Each one do we add. So we just need to basically make a bunch of these guys, and it's fairly cheap. It's just blank runes and imbued slates. So we just need to make those. And imbued slates are made on tier 3. We already have 4, so we'll just make the 3 of these into it now as well. So capacity is made like so, using the imbued. And we could upgrade these later on. If we're lucky enough in the demon realm, we might be able to find these intricate Hellforge parts, which can like make these really good versions of the capacity runes, which I think are doubled the performance. So you could basically get 40% extra. So you don't have to use as many of the basic ones. You can just use down like the reinforced ones, which is really nice. These jeweled apples make it so easy to be able to like keep this altar full, because they just basically restore 10 hearts at a time, which is very nice. And these are the ones from Bubbly Heart. So you could just use a diamond, 2 diamonds and 2 emeralds and an apple to make the thing. The relic apple. Very, very good. So back down to level 1. And now we have 7 of them, so we might as well remove 7 of these guys here and replace them with the capacity. And now if we have a look in here, it should upgrade. Yeah, you can see it's nearly more than doubled in the amount of blood it can hold. If we just had one more, we'd actually have the full 25 to make the next tier blood orb. But you know what? We should be able to just top it up with the missing amount. And just to get a few things moving, we might as well use our time in a bottle. And there we go. We got ourselves our Magician's Blood Orb. Just link it to the network and fill it up with a bit of life essence. Okay, so we can put those away and put that away. Now we should be able to make ourselves our Master Ritual Stone, which does require Reinforced Slate, which is tier 2. So we have 53 of these guys. I have the recipe set up, so how many do we need in total? The book should tell us. So for the edge of the hidden realm, we need 36 total runes. And I'm not sure if that includes the master one. So we're going to call it 37, including the master stone. So we need 36 regular ones, and we get 4 at a time. So might as well set up a simple recipe for it. Why not? Oh wait, no, that won't work because it's going to require a magician's blood orb for each recipe. All right, there we go. We now have all the ritual stones. So all we have to do now is just come back over here and put down the master ritual stone in the center. Since we have on a ritual diviner edge of the hidden realm, all we have to do is just hold right click and it'll fill it all in. Beautiful. Now, how do we work this thing? I actually forgot. I think we might need we need some sort of thing to activate it, which is going to require activation crystals. So we need a lava crystal. So how do you make one of those? Lava crystal, pretty simple. We just need a bucket of lava. There we are. And it needs at least tier 3, which this one is. And I don't know, does it say how much blood it needed? It needs 10 buckets worth. Okay, this thing only had 4, so I need to top this guy up now. And there we go. We now have the activation crystal. So all the way over here, I think we just need to have about... How much blood do we need in our network? 8 buckets worth or 80 buckets worth? Okay, that might take a second. Where's my blood orb? Let's grab out the highest tier one we have, which is the magician's one. And let me just slowly fill this thing up for a minute. So actually, one other thing we're going to need is a Hellfire Forge. We're just going to put this down over here for a moment, because eventually we're going to be auto-crafting most of the stuff here. The other thing we're going to need is an iron key. We need this guy right here to be able to access some of the dungeon doors. As you can see, a simple key that can open dungeon doors, which is 2 iron, a block of redstone, and an imbued slate. And we're also going to require a minimum of 300 will, and it's going to drain about 50. So we're actually going to have to make some Tartic gems now. So I know we're going all over the place instead of going there, but this has to be done. So we need a snare. This guy right here, which is going to be string in an altar. There we go. About 6 should be enough. All we have to do now is probably go to the mining dimension and find ourselves a mob. I don't know if it matters what kind of mob you get. I guess as long as it's something that, like a zombie or... Will creepers work? We'll know if this works if there's like these white particles around them. Yes. Okay, so now if we kill this creeper, don't explode, we got ourselves some demon will. Now, using that inside of the Hellfire Forge, we can make ourselves a petty Tartic gem, which is in glass, lapis, and gold and redstone. Once we have this guy, then we can fill this guy up and then slowly upgrade him to the max. So we're going to have to do that. And I think the best way then to get will later on then will be to make a sentient sword, and then you can use that to kill mobs. So I'm going to fly around here, grab a good bit of will, and then we'll make ourselves our gems. Alright, so it seems for the actual sentient sword, we're going to need to use a petty Tartic gem. So I guess we're just going to have to sacrifice one. So I mean, we're going to need to make 3 of them. So ingredients go in, a piece of will, and it slowly drains it and uses it up. There, we used up 1 will to make that. So this is not going to craft another one. But this guy here will at least craft 4 of them. Now, using that to make the sentient sword, we just need an iron sword. So that in there, iron sword, and I don't think it consumes any will for this. And then... there we go, a sentient sword. Now, it says it only does 1 attack damage, but if we make a simple Enderman farm in the end, we should be able to like get them down to 1 HP and then farm a bunch of will. I think also looting is affected on this thing as well. Now, what we can do is actually drop all these on the floor, and when they go back into inventory, they will fill up the actual gem instead of just collecting in the bottom, or as actual items. Right, so let's go and I guess kill ourselves a bunch of mobs. Where would be the best place to go? I guess we'll just go to the end. You know what? Where we already have a farm is here. So let's just remove the mob masher for now and just do it this way. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to enchant this guy. Oh, it now has 6 attack damage or something. 7 attack damage? Oh, so it just like increases strength the more mobs you kill? Oh, that's actually really handy. Right, we might not need to enchant it. Definitely going to get looting on it though. So let's do that. All right, with looting, we actually filled these guys up instantly, and the thing has maxed itself out at 10 attack damage. So I'm wondering if we get higher tiers of gems, will it actually increase the damage on this guy even further? This actually could be a very decent sword. We're only at 11 attack damage. This thing's already at 10, and we've only got sharpness 4, but this thing is sharpness 5. It's not a bad sword. This actually could be really nice. Anyway, let's go upgrade the next tier of Tartic gem. So diamond, lapis, and redstone with the gem and this gem in here. This makes us our lesser one. And I don't think there's enough will left in here to upgrade this one. Is there? Oh, there might be. Okay, nice. No way we can get the next tier already, isn't there? No, we need to fill these guys up. Right, let's go back to the nether. Okay. Okay, so it seems to actually use the will that's actually contained within the gem, which is nice. Now, the only thing is, to make the greater one, the top tier one, we do need a weak blood shard and some demon will. Unfortunately, there's no way to really get it at the moment because we need some sort of ritual for it, but I have a feeling I think we can find it in the demon realm in some loot chests. So if we can find some, that'd be really nice to make this guy here. But there we go, we have our 2 Tartic gems. What do we need this for again? I actually have to forgetting. That's right, it's the iron key. So 2 iron, butte slate, and a block of redstone. I'm going to make about 4 of them because I think you can actually find these guys also in the demon realm. So redstone, 2 iron, 4 gems, with a Tartic gem. Do I need a higher level of will, or am I doing this wrong? Oh, these things need to be full. There we go, now we're crafting. Alright, 4 keys. I think we're ready to go. Hopefully there's enough life essence in our network. Let's see if we can get this guy here activated. Okay, we definitely don't have enough. Give me a minute to see if I can top this guy up. Okay, since I actually can't see how much life network, or how much is in the life network, we're going to make ourselves some arcane ashes here inside the alchemy table, which is made just like so. And we're going to put this on the right click on the ground, draws a circle, and we're going to make ourselves a divination sigil, which is going to be a piece of redstone and a blank slate. So right click the redstone and then the blank slate. It'll do a little animation, and now we have our divination sigil, and you can see in our network we have 41 buckets. We need 80. So now we have 42. So keep going until we have 80. All right, finally, we're over 80 now. So now, if you were to use the weak activation crystal, hey, there we go. It all turns into smooth stone, and here is our inversion pillar. So I think just by right-clicking this guy, we should just get teleported there. We have wave stones, warp stones, and all that, so we should be able to teleport out of here if anything goes bad. And we should actually also have access to our network, but just in case, make sure I don't put the keys away. And I'll hold on to this. Right, let's enter. Whoa, it is dark in here. Okay, we do get a key to start with. We got sharpness 4, name tags, bones, and I think we right-click this guy to return home. This is all life essence, but there's no point trying to pick it up here. So, actually, this is a lot darker than what it should be. I don't know, weird. Anyway, let's go this way. Ooh, okay, so this is the mining room. Looks like just water. Diamond boots. We don't really need any of that. What's anything behind here? A zombie spawner. We can break that. Anything in here? That's a lot of leather. Diamond sword. Axes. Alchemical collection. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Anything mined converts into EMC. You can see we have an EMC value up in the top left. Can we break this block? We can. And that leads to absolutely nowhere. Okay, we haven't found anything. I think we need the farming room more than anything. So let's try the opposite side. Same thing again. What's this direction? Okay, this is different. Whoa, these guys are fast. Wow, you are really fast and you have diamond swords. Okay, it's actually good that we can still fly. Anything useful in here? Diamonds, honey, some apples, cork, blank slates. Yeah, nothing really of value. In here, though, we gotta sell some slow burning oil. No clue what that is. And more diamonds. I have a feeling I'm gonna struggle getting into this house. Because of all the mobs. Aha, there we go. We got a saturated tau, and we also got tau oil. Nice, that was kind of the main thing we needed from here. And to be honest, okay, I can't access my network from here, so that's good. I just want to block these guys off, and I think I can go over the top here to get back in. Oh, this is cool. I wonder if we can actually build stuff out here. That'd be interesting if we could. And now we don't have to deal with those guys. Let's try the last room. Another mining room. Break the spawner before anything spawns. Anything useful? Oh, okay, in here we got some more slow burning oil, regular tau fruit, archer's polish, and nothing else really of value. Nothing here. Tau fruit, dexterity alchist. Alchist? No idea. I think there is ways to expand the rooms, especially like in here. You see where all that iron bars are? I think there might be a way to pass through there. Okay, I might need to up this way. Where is the spawners? I want to take them out. Okay, after clearing out the zombies and looking around in here, I thought that was a doorway that leads somewhere else, but looking in here, there's absolutely nothing else left for us. So the fact that now that we have the saturated towel, I'm pretty sure we're pretty much nearly done now. So we can put all this stuff away. The only thing we need now is the reaction chamber, which means 2 more slates. Right, so now we have the reaction chamber. Now all we need is the reverter. So that is another imbued slate, stone, shears, with at least a common Tardic gem. So in the ingredients go, we do have enough will, and we can basically just put this guy down right here, grab out the saturated towel. We just need 1 for now. Put that in here, I think, and then put that there, or we have to put that there. Okay, there we go. And will this give us our weak blood shard? Yes, it does. Right, this will make 8 blocks, so of course we're going to do that. I'm going to let it do a second one, so now we can make ourselves our actual orb. But now we can actually upgrade all these guys here to at least tier 4. There we go. I wonder if using the divination sigil, does that show us the tier of the altar for holding looking at it? Yes, it does. You can see up in the top left, IV tier 4. Why does the color of this thing look different to the texture in the one probe? Weird. But anyway, now for the Master Blood Orb, we need 40 buckets of blood, which is not going to happen right now. So yeah, we're going to end it there. So before next episode, I'm going to work more on blood magic, get more of these capacity runes down, maybe some displacement runes, which allow for faster transport of actual fluids in and out of the altar. And then next episode, we'll try and get our bees actually set up to start producing life essence and get hostile neural networks properly up and running. But yeah, so hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit our notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, and goodbye.